I think kids do not require perfect parents, but they
do.
need happy and present parents.
Absolutely. You have to get your child to listen to you. You can only invite cooperation, you cannot force your kid to obey. The problem starts with lack of awareness. When I first take the phone and show it to the child because I want certain amount of food to go down the child's throat.
Hmm.
Instead of becoming more confident, sometimes mothers are always scared now. Am I making a mistake? Am I doing the right thing by following, what this person is advising? There is no way that the child is going to become a genius just because you're forcing them very early. And that's why today we have schools which are starting IIT training in 7th standard. So this kind of pressure is what is backbreaking for the child, and we see the effect of that when they become teenagers. The day we learn to enjoy the parenting journey, the game changes.
So important. हाय गाइस, नमस्ते एंड वेलकम टू मॉम्स अनम्यूटेड। क्या आपने कभी सोचा है इतनी सारी पेरेंटिंग एडवाइस है हमारे पास, फिर भी हम इतना ओवरवेल्म्ड फील क्यों करते हैं? परफेक्ट पेरेंट्स बनने की रेस में क्या हम एक्चुअली अपने बच्चों से कनेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं? न्यूबॉर्न बेबी के स्ट्रगल्स कैसे मैनेज करें, टॉडलर टेंट्रम्स कैसे हैंडल करें और कॉन्फिडेंट पेरेंटिंग का एक्चुअल मीनिंग क्या है? अगर आप भी इन सारी चीज़ों को लेके स्ट्रेस्ड रहते हो, देन दिस एपिसोड इज फॉर यू। लेट्स डाइव इन। So, Dr. Anuradha, welcome to Moms Unmuted. Thank you so much for taking out time for this episode. For our audience, आपका एक brief introduction.
So, hi, I'm Dr. Anuradha. I'm a pediatrician by profession, but what is really close to my heart is that I'm a parenting coach, and that's the reason why I'm here, because I love to help moms like you.
So I've heard a lot about Confident Parenting Hub, जो आपका एक initiative है. Can you tell us something about that?
I just want to share a personal story here because all this started with my own journey as a parent, which was long back.
Right.
And that was a time where I was a pediatrician, but I was also a young mom. And I was very busy. I was working in the ICU. I used to be on call like 6 months at a stretch. And I used to have this small kid who was he was less than a year old at that time.
Yeah.
And I used to always feel guilty all the time. And I was stressed. I had no time to sleep. And my only thought when I came back was, like, how can I be away from this child? Should I really be doing this? So all these questions used to keep coming up in my mind. Unfortunately, my own training was not sufficient to do what I wanted for the child, because I kept hearing from everybody, सब लोग करते हैं and this is no big deal.
Yeah.
And I felt, no, there must be some science behind this,
Right.
which I'm not aware of. And because I always felt so insecure, and I wanted to be perfect, and I felt I wasn't a good enough parent. And I was selfish because I've also, pursuing my career. So that's where I realized that I need to learn this. And that's how my journey started. And it started from a place of insecurity, not being confident. And over the years, I realized that, what really changed my journey was the confidence with which I was approaching this.
Okay.
And initially, it started with myself. Let me be straight.
Correct.
But I was also seeing mothers who were coming to me who were struggling with the same thing. And that's how very closely the personal and professional journey, it got intertwined.
So are you also practicing as a pediatrician right now?
Absolutely. So I have my own practice, and I am a senior consultant at some of the hospitals. So my center, we do take care of children till they are about 18 years old. And apart from that, I am attached to a couple of IVF centers.
So आजकल के पेरेंट्स हमेशा इस स्ट्रेस में रहते हैं कि मुझे सब कुछ परफेक्ट करना है. So how do you help those parents, transforming from मुझे सब कुछ परफेक्ट करना है to actually be present for their kids?
I think more than ever, moms today
Yeah.
really want to do everything on their own. And they
Everything.
say that कि नहीं, मुझे कोई help नहीं चाहिए, or I'm capable of doing everything. And because of that, the stress and guilt actually piles up. And when you want to do things perfectly, not only are you causing stress for yourself, but you are also role modeling that for your child. It can be a disaster sometimes. So, being present is, trying to convey to the child that it's okay if everything is not all right. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay not to be perfect. And it's okay to take help and support, which is seriously lacking. And if mother comes from a place of perfection, she's not going to ask for help. So that's one of the things that I teach in my program. I tell them, go ask for help, and
I
that's
know.
okay.
I
Because
know.
I also struggled with that.
Yeah.
And every mom does that. And when I hear from, the grandparents, no, today parents have, it's all very easy for them.
Hmm.
सब कुछ तो fingertips पे है, सब कुछ मिलता है. And I say, I don't agree with that. I think moms today are stressed more than ever.
Yeah.
And basically, it comes from the mindset of wanting to do everything on their own.
Right. I've seen many moms जिनके पास अपनी nannies भी है, but still they'll do everything for the child themselves. खाना भी मैं बनाऊंगी,
हाँ.
खाना भी मैं खिलाऊंगी. Then why have you hired the nanny? You're not,
Absolutely.
it's not helping you.
I think as moms, I think one of the skills that you need to learn is to outsource.
Absolutely true. So, and जैसे आपने बोला कि अभी everything is on your fingertips. More than before, we have parenting content everywhere right now. Internet पे, we have reels, we have courses, we have advices from doctors, from parents themselves. But still, आज Indian parents ज़्यादा overwhelmed feel करते हैं, पहले से भी ज़्यादा.
बिल्कुल.
Why do you think is the case?
तो शुरू में इतना ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल नहीं था, और जो इन्फॉर्मेशन था या तो जाके बुक से पढ़ना पड़ता था,
हाँ.
या फिर फ्रेंड से, या
या
फिर
डॉक्टर,
फैमिलीज
या
और डॉक्टर से,
डॉक्टर्स.
और जो वो बोलते थे और वो करते थे. लेकिन अब ऐसा नहीं है, बिकॉज यू हैव सो मेनी पीपल, सो यू हैव लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, एन ओवरलोड.
True.
So that overload is the reason for overwhelm, because it adds to the confusion.
Correct.
Because instead of becoming more confident, sometimes mothers are always scared now. Am I making a mistake? Am I doing the right thing by following, what this person is advising? So
Yeah.
I have mothers telling me, simple things like, so this one says don't give cow's milk, and you say you give cow's milk. So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And should I give organic, or should I? So these are so many. They are simple questions, but they are really, we understand the stress that the mother is going through, because she's not able to decide what is right.
Correct.
And also afraid that she might harm the child.
Right.
So though there is lot of information, that filtration is not there, or
Right.
comparison बहुत ज़्यादा है. There's
True.
too much conversation going on
Yeah.
social media. So I think a mom who is aware enough to pick and choose from the right person, right? So I always have a joke. I said, अगर घर में नल खराब हो जाता है तो कारपेंटर को तो नहीं बुलाते हो, प्लम्बर को ही बुलाते हो ना.
True.
तो go for information to the right person. Don't
Exactly.
believe everything, and don't start questioning every single decision that you are making.
And let's talk about newborn phase जो होता है. I think that's the most difficult phase for every parent. So जब newborn phase होता है, what are those 5 newborn health red flags in the first month जो Indian parents generally miss out कर देते हैं या ignore कर देते हैं, because they are so overwhelmed with the newborn phase, new parent बने हैं, they are figuring out everything, मेरी पूरी life change हो गई है, मैं क्या करूँ, कैसे करूँ. So I think there are many health red flags जो parents miss out कर देते हैं in that first month.
Yeah. So I think when I look at the newborn phase, the reason why mothers and parents in general miss out on these red flags are because there is a lot of communication gap when it comes to preparing the parents.
True.
During pregnancy, there is no thought of how a parent has to approach the newborn period. What are the things that can come up? Number one, I would say breastfeeding. Is it enough? Is it not enough? So understanding that is very important. So if your baby is not growing well, is consistently losing weight, and is not passing urine at all in the initial days, after birth, and your baby is very sleepy, it's very lethargic, it's not feeding well,
Hmm.
or baby is looking very yellow, jaundice. So number one is adequacy of breastfeeding, and whether there is any need for helping the mother here with lactation,
Right.
or any supplementation is required. These are decisions which are taken, of course, in consultation with the doctor and assessing the baby. So number one is any breastfeeding issue, whether it is connected to mother or baby. So the red flag sign is that baby is not passing enough urine, not gaining weight. Then number two, it looks very dull, sleepy, lethargic, because a crying baby is a healthy baby.
Yeah.
So when you have a baby which is not even feeding, not waking up. Number three, if the baby is having any difficulty in breathing. So normally babies have noisy breathing,
Yeah.
and mothers are very concerned about that, but that's a very normal thing.
Okay.
But if the baby is having rapid breathing, and along with that other signs like fever, which is absolutely abnormal in a newborn baby,
Okay.
because fever we see in older children with minor problems, but in a newborn it's really, really important to watch out for. And number four, if you feel that baby's arms and legs are appearing bluish, or the baby is continuously vomiting, all these are red flag signs, and you need to consult the doctor for these problems.
जैसे आपने बोला ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग आई थिंक इज दैट फेज ऑफ अ मदर जो बहुत अच्छा भी लगता है एंड बहुत ओवरवेलमिंग भी होता है ऑल टुगेदर बिकॉज ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग में इतने सारे प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करती है मदर विच आई थिंक नो बडी टॉक्स अबाउट इवन ऑन इंटरनेट आई सी इतना सारा पेरेंटिंग कंटेंट बट ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग स्ट्रगल्स के बारे में बहुत कम लोग बात करते हैं व्हाई डू यू थिंक इज दैट सो
Like you said, everybody does it. So what's the big deal?
Exactly.
So that is where the problem starts. Because for the mother, the message is that it's very easy, it's very natural. That's not true at all.
अगर किसी ने तो किया है थोड़ा और ट्राई कर लो
नहीं, that's exactly the problem. तो सबसे पहले तो प्रिपरेशन बहुत जरूरी है, इवन बिफोर द बेबी इज बॉर्न, टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम किस लिए कह रहे हैं कि ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग करो. So that gets hardwired into the mother. So when we do what we call the antenatal or before birth classes, so preparing the mother, that really helps. And the second thing, like I said, is it's also because it's taken for granted that it's natural and it will happen like that. But that's not true at all. Every single mom needs help and support to breastfeed. It's a huge proposition.
Right.
And imagine committing 2 years of your life for breastfeeding. It's really important, and we want every mom to breastfeed successfully. Unfortunately, the rate of breastfeeding is going down in India.
Exactly. 60% of Indian mothers like leave breastfeeding before the planned time.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, if you get the hang of it, and if you get proper support, and you see the way your baby thrives, it's one of the best things and actually easy to do, but only if all the other things are in place, not otherwise. So in the initial months, we really need to support the mother, because she is not just struggling with what's happening to the baby, she's also struggling with herself.
But I think
It's a
we do the
life.
opposite. The society does the opposite of
Absolutely.
that. कि you're not producing enough breast milk, बच्चे को दूध अच्छे से नहीं आ रहा है, इसीलिए बच्चा continuously रो रहा है. And I think that actually takes mental toll on the mother.
बिल्कुल
And वो
बिल्कुल.
धीरे धीरे actually उसके breast milk supply को affect करता है.
तो इसीलिए हम जब बात करते हैं ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग के बारे में, क्लिनिक में या हॉस्पिटल में, मैं हमेशा फैमिली को इन्वॉल्व करती हूँ. लाइक मदर है, मदर इन लॉ है, हस्बैंड, जो भी हेल्प कर रहा है, मैं कहती हूँ जो आप उनके साथ में जो
रहने
लोग भी
वाला.
हैं, यू बी हियर, बिकॉज आई रियली वांट टू टेल यू दैट डोंट प्ले द ब्लेम गेम. इट्स नॉट अबाउट व्हाट द मदर ईट्स, कि तुमने ठंडा पानी पी लिया या ठंडे पानी में हाथ धो लिया या तुमने पानी पी लिया. पानी नहीं देते हैं, because they feel that if mother drinks water, baby will get cold and the mother will get cold. So we have mothers who are dehydrated, and that's one of the reasons why breastfeeding fails, because hydration
It's
is the
so
best way
important.
to get enough milk to feed the baby. And if that is denied to mother, and even today's, I have had doctor mothers who are not being given water
Hmm.
because of this myth. So there are lots of myths that operate and that affect, mothers breastfeeding. And apart from that, like I said, mother one, she is struggling with the physical changes. And for many mothers, they experience pain during breastfeeding.
True.
So they have engorgement, they have cracked nipples, baby is biting, all these things. Everybody tries to normalize this instead of helping the mother.
Right.
And when you are doing this 24/7, how can you expect somebody to go through pain? And that is where it's very, very important that we as pediatricians, and also we have lactation consultants. So I encourage every mother to take a class. So she learns how to position, latch. All these things are so important to avoid pain. But if we are consistently supporting mother, not making her feel guilty, that's where the counseling is important.
Yes.
So we are not trying that ki kuch nahi dena hai and all this, but to say that you can do this, take care of yourself, and do this, and this is how it helps you, because breastfeeding is beneficial for mother as well. We are preventing so many long term issues like breast cancer, uterine cancer, obesity, hypertension, high cholesterol, all these things in mothers. And this is proved by research
Okay.
that
This
it's
is
not
something even I didn't know.
so it's not just the immediate benefits to both mother and baby. For mother, of course, immediate benefits are there. You get back into shape,
Yeah.
and then you also feel very bonded. That connection we want to maintain with the baby, and there are lots of advantages. And for the baby as well, not just immediate about growth. It's not just about feeding and putting on weight, but breast milk is very beneficial for babies because allergies have gone up today. And babies who are breastfed, and there are families which have a very high history of allergy. So breast milk is extremely protective
Yeah.
against allergies in baby. And babies also, when they grow up, they are supposed to have better IQ, they are more intelligent, and they have better mental, physical, emotional health when they are breastfed, and they are protected from all the lifestyle diseases which are rising like diabetes, high blood pressure, etc. All this is research proved.
So as you rightly said, breastfeeding, I think every mother का वो first test होता है of motherhood, and when it's difficult, mothers not just feel tired, but they feel they are failing as a mom. And I've seen many moms जो breastfeed करा रही है, but बच्चा still बहुत रो रहा है, and उनके जो mother in law है या society है, they start giving the child cow milk या बाहर का दूध. How does that affect the child in the long run?
Basically, when you look at the science part of it, UNICEF, World Health Organization, and all the pediatric organizations, we recommend exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life. And after 6 months, we would like the mother to continue breastfeeding for 18 months to 2 years, along with solid feeding. Now, this is the ideal situation. And it is very much possible. I have had mothers who have twin babies and who have done exclusive breastfeeding, working moms for 1.5 to 2 years. But it comes with lot of, having that mindset to do the best for themselves and for the baby and the support system.
Correct.
This is very important. Unfortunately, what happens is that even though there is evidence where, as a doctor, I'm telling that, look, because what I do is, if I say the baby is growing well, they sometimes find it hard to believe. They said, बच्चा तो बहुत पतला लग रहा है, मोटा नहीं लग रहा है. तो my mother-in-law is saying थी, बेटे को तो चब्बी होना चाहिए, तो जल्दी से उसको कुछ खाने के लिए दे दो 3-4 महीने में, या फिर और कुछ दूसरा एक्स्ट्रा दूध दे दो, दूध काफी नहीं है. All these questions, they really make the mother very insecure, because she also wants her baby to be chubby, right? Because traditionally we like chubby babies.
Right.
So Here's the thing, like when they come and we are actually able to show them that the baby is growing well. So we have charts.
Hmm.
So that's what I show. I tell them, look, your baby is growing tall, your baby is putting on weight, and your baby's brain is growing, because that's the third thing that we monitor
Hmm.
in babies, the
Hmm.
head circumference.
Hmm.
So when the mother actually sees that, this is how the baby is growing. So as soon as baby is born, that's what I tell them. I said, in the first 3 months, your baby will gain anywhere from 800 grams to 1 kg every month.
Okay.
And if your baby is hitting that mark, your milk is sufficient. Do not get swayed by anybody else. And
Okay.
this works like magic. And when it is reinforced at every visit, when we see the baby every single month, and they know
Hmm.
that they are doing the right thing.
Right.
So that increases their confidence, and to be able to talk to their family, not having a conflict, but in a diplomatic way. Because, see, elders are also helping a lot with the baby. So we are not here to create controversy at home, but to increase the connection in the family, so that they help the mother.
Not pressurize them.
Yeah, not pressurize them in any way. And that happens if we are able to talk to the family members. So it's very important to actually see that your baby is growing. This makes a world of difference to parents, because then they are very unlikely to do other things like give cow's milk. We have people giving donkey's milk and buffalo's milk today.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes.
Donkey's milk?
And in Bangalore, there are people who take donkeys door to door, and they say, अपने बच्चे को दो, and it costs 7,000 rupees per liter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sometimes you feel you don't believe all these things in today's world, but it still happens.
Then how does that affect the child's growth in the long run? Does that hamper their growth या कुछ negative effect होता है?
Absolutely, because animal milk is not suitable in the first 6 months to babies.
Okay.
Because it lacks all the nutrients. See, despite all our effort in trying to get formulas which are exactly like breast milk, it's not possible. But we do have formulas which are derived from cow's milk, but then they are standardized and they are brought closer to breast milk composition.
Right. But जैसे अगर mom breastfeed करा रही है, but the child is still continuously crying and बार बार वो feed मांग रहा है. So moms कैसे stress out हो जाती है that I am not producing enough
Exactly.
breast milk. So what is the scenario actually happening there?
Yeah. I think that's very important because it's really stressful.
Because वो मेरे साथ भी हुआ है. It was for 3 months. मैं पूरी रात राहत को यूं लेकर बैठ ही रहती थी because मैं जैसे उसे नीचे रखती थी she used to cry. She just wants to feed and फिर वो वैसी पोजीशन में सो जाएगी. जैसे नीचे रखूंगी she'll again start crying and she'll ask for feeding.
Yeah. I understand how stressful that is, and most mothers go through this. So, number one, to get out of this, fear that milk is not enough.
Yeah.
So, that's why I keep saying that if your baby is wetting enough diapers and is growing as per what we expect every month, that means milk is enough. So, that part is sorted.
Okay.
That the baby is not crying because of insufficient milk. The second thing is there are certain phases in the baby's growth in infancy, in 0 to 1 year age, where the baby will be doing what is called cluster feeding.
Okay.
Baby is feeding a lot back to back, even though baby has had enough milk. So these are certain growth spurts. And we need to help the mother understand that this is going to pass off. It's not going to last forever, but it lasts for a few days and then the baby, and then again it might happen at certain times.
Okay.
So generally it will be at about 1 month, 3 months, and certain phases of development. So one is to prepare the mother for this cluster feeding. How can she make herself comfortable? How can she calm herself down? And third, help the other people around her understand that they need to support her at this time. Like you were saying कि नीचे रखो तो
Exactly.
बच्चा रोता है और उठाओ तो, because the baby feels secure. That is the baby's thing, right? But one of the things is where the other family members can pitch in. Because initial months we also say that you feed at least 2-3 times at night, because the breastfeeding hormone is working better at night. And that contributes a lot to baby's growth, and baby is also stocking up
Yeah.
for these phases of growth spurts. So that's how the baby is. So I think the other people around the mother can do a lot to support the mother in this situation. क्योंकि that's why we talk about one-on-one time with dads, and I really like to start that very early because research shows that skin to skin contact with the dad, especially evening time, sleeping time, where the baby is very cranky.
Okay.
So, dad can spend some time and the baby also starts learning because baby is not expecting a feed from dad. So it's easy for the dad, like when they spend that one-on-one time and they do skin to skin contact. So many advantages are there for in terms of bonding and other things which happen with the father, and mother gets a break.
Correct.
So in these stressful situations, it's all about how can we tide through, how can we go through this situation. That's the most important things.
But today we are hearing a lot about expressing breast milk, है ना? And उस scenario में दूसरे लोग भी feed करा सकते हैं बच्चे को if the mother is expressing the milk and storing it.
Yeah.
But and we see so many reels also जहाँ पे moms
Yes.
express कर रही हैं, they're working. I don't know ज़्यादा marketing है वो perfect expressing reels. बट ऐसे बहुत सारे मैंने मॉम्स देखी हैं हु आर नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्रेस देयर मिल्क प्रॉपर्ली, या जब वो एक्सप्रेस करने जा रहे हैं दे नॉट गेटिंग इनफ मिल्क इन दैट. तो ऐसा क्यों होता है?
Expressing is very useful by the way, because like when I can tell a mom that 2 साल तक feed करो, but she has to get back to work. I'm not going to ask her to leave her job and sit at home. So we try to work out, some options, whether mother can work online, whether she can do, staggered hours, or she can, go alternate days to office, things like that.
Yeah.
So we're trying to work out the logistics so that she is able to maintain breastfeeding. For me, it's always about how much can I support the mother so she's able to continue this
Yeah.
without feeling guilty
Correct.
about not being there, because there's a lot of emotional aspect to going away from the baby and getting back to work. It's crazy for mother.
True.
They are
And
literally in
even
tears.
for those moms who are with their baby 24
their
hours,
baby.
they have that guilt कि मैं कुछ कर नहीं पा रही हूँ.
Absolutely.
Looking at the working moms. So it's
हर
both the
situ-
sides. हर situation में moms को guilt trip तो लेनी ही है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. But expressing is very useful, and it doesn't matter whether you are working or you are at home, because you would like to go out sometime, because we give a lot of stress even in my program. Self care is the most important thing. Unless the mother is able to take care, I tell them, I said, if you are not happy, you can never be happy taking care of your kids.
Yeah.
So do take care of yourself. You always come first. Because I remember as a young mother, मैं काम से आती थी and I used to be exhausted, 12 घंटे ड्यूटी करके, and then the child is standing there and your heart melts कि भाई अब बच्चे को तो देखना ही है, and you don't even feel like. But I used to also have that irritation inside कि आते ही बस, I have to see this. I don't even have time to go and wash my face and have a cup of tea or coffee. That was because of the guilt that I was experiencing. And then I realized that if I have to really take care of my child in that situation, those extra 5-10 minutes are not going to make any difference. So I can go wash my face, have a cup of tea, and be in the right frame of mind to take care of the child. So guilt is something that is very, very strong in all of us. And coming back to expressing, I think expressing is a huge help for every mom if you are able to do it. There is again a lot of learning and technique that is required. That's why I always say that please take help from the lactation consultant, from us, so that we are able to guide you on how to express, how to store the milk, and also teach the other family members who are going to take care, because they are worried as well.
Yeah.
कि गलती तो नहीं कर रहे हैं,
Yeah.
कि ठंडा दे सकते हैं, उसको गर्म करना है, माइक्रोवेव में रखना है, कैसे गर्म करना है, कैसे देना है उसको.
Yeah.
Because one of the commonest mistakes that happens is that people give the expressed milk in bottle many times, and because of that breastfeeding can fail, because there is something called nipple confusion. Despite the fact that today many companies are marketing this is just like breastfeeding, if it had been so easy, it doesn't happen like that. It's way easier for the baby to take from the bottle rather than latching onto the breast. Babies also like the easy way out. And because of that, slowly over a period of time, what happens is that the breast milk output can come down.
Correct.
So we generally like to support the baby and the other family, so the mother or the other family members in giving express milk using either the palada or what we call the nifty cup. We get a silicone cup.
Hmm.
It's very easy to learn that. Again, this needs to be learned,
Learned.
but it's not difficult
Yeah.
because we do it with premature babies who are 600 grams, 700 grams in the nursery. We never give bottle,
Right.
and babies are not able to suck at that time. So we give express milk from the mother, which is so important for that baby to develop immunity and really get through that critical period. So again, this is something that can be learned.
So now let's talk about the phase जहाँ पर बच्चा 2 to 4 years का होता है, and that's the phase where the kids form most of their habits जो life में वो आगे ले जाने वाले हैं. तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट वहाँ पर जो एक कंसर्न रहता है पेरेंट्स का, दैट इज न्यूट्रिशन, स्नैकिंग. किड्स लर्न टू ईट स्नैक्स एंड फिर वो लोग अपना एक्चुअल जो न्यूट्रिशियस मील है वो नहीं खाते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
सो व्हेन इज इट ओके फॉर द पेरेंट्स कि उनको ज़्यादा कंसर्न नहीं होना चाहिए, एंड व्हेन इज इट द टाइम जब पेरेंट्स को बहुत ज़्यादा कंसर्न होके उनके न्यूट्रिशन का ध्यान रखना चाहिए?
So 2 to 4 years में क्या होता है कि now the baby is more or less on whatever the parents are eating at home. तो फोकस तो यही है कि फैमिली पॉट जो है उसी में से बच्चे को खाना है, प्रोवाइडेड इट इज हेल्दी. और दूसरा बच्चे जो हैं उनका अटेंशन स्पैन भी कम होता है, टॉडलर फेज और प्री स्कूलर्स. तो उनको बहुत ज़्यादा हम क्वांटिटी देते हैं तो वो बैठ के खाते भी नहीं है और वो भाग जाते हैं उधर से. So this is always a constant dilemma कि how do we give adequate nutrition to this age group?
बिकॉज घर पे अगर माँ बाप शाम को चाय बिस्किट खा रहे हैं तो वो बच्चा भी सीख जाता है कि मैं चाय बिस्किट ही रोज खाऊंगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. और चाय तो आई हैव सो मेनी किड्स बिकॉज हम लोग मना करते हैं कि एटलीस्ट 10-11 साल के जब तक नहीं होते दे आर नॉट सपोज टू टेक एनी ऑफ द स्टिमुलेंट्स, कॉफी, टी. सो दे आर नॉट सपोज टू टेक एनीथिंग. सो इवन फ्रूट जूसेस भी मना करते हैं हम लोग, बहुत कम देना चाहिए. बिलो 1 ईयर तो ज़ीरो होता है और उसके बाद भी जब हम लोग देते हैं अबाउट 2 ईयर्स वगैरह, वेरी स्मॉल क्वांटिटी विद द फूड. एंड देयर आर रीजंस फॉर दैट एज वेल. बट बिटवीन 2 to 4 ईयर्स पिकी ईटिंग भी बहुत होती है और फसी बिहेवियर होता है, एंड द चाइल्ड इज ऑल्सो गेटिंग एक्सपोज टू पीपल अराउंड हु आर ईटिंग एवरीथिंग. सो पेरेंट्स ऑलवेज कम एंड टेल मी कि हमको तो छुप के खाना पड़ता है, नहीं तो वो देख के बच्चा भी मांगता है. So it is about role modeling. So overall on day-to-day basis, I always believe in a kind of 80-20 approach. I don't want to be 100% strict and do away with everything, but keep what we call junk or this unhealthy snacking for certain occasions. अब जैसे ऐसा नहीं है कि शुगर बिल्कुल ही नहीं देना है, क्योंकि कभी त्योहार होता है तो घर में बच्चा भी तो ज्वाइन करता है, तो मिठाई खाते हैं, हलवा बनाते हैं. तो लुक फॉर दोज ओकेजनली इफ यू डू दैट, बिकॉज यू आर ऑल्सो टीचिंग दैट टू द चाइल्ड दैट दिस इज मेंट फॉर स्पेशल ओकेजन, नॉट फॉर एवरी डे. हर रोज 3 चॉकलेट खाना, हर रोज बिस्किट्स. अब बच्चे तो ऐसे है कि उनको एक पैकेट ओरियो दिया तो पूरा खत्म करने तक. सो दैट इज वेयर वी आर नॉट टीचिंग kids any skills in terms of nutrition. So we have to really balance, because anemia is there 70% in India
70%.
among kids. So we have a huge program, anemia control program.
Okay.
तो इसीलिए हम लोग आयरन सप्लीमेंटेशन देते हैं बच्चों को इन द इनिशियल ईयर्स along with iron rich diet. तो जो 2 से 4 साल के बच्चे हैं उनको हम लोग ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी नहीं दे सकते, स्पेशली द 2 to 3 years. तो उनको हम 3 मेजर मील्स और 2 स्नैक्स, दैट मीन्स 4 to 5 टाइम्स दिन में खा सकते हैं.
Okay.
उसमें से 1-2 मील्स जो कम से कम दे शुड बी न्यूट्रिएंट डेंस, कि कम क्वांटिटी में बच्चे को जो चाहिए वो दे सकते हैं हम लोग. So we have lot of these multigrain preparations which are there, which are traditionally used in every part of India. They can be useful. We are giving nutrient and energy dense food. But along with that, we are also teaching the child how to eat on their own. So they should be eating on their own, or snacking ke liye you have to use healthy snacks. So again, it requires a little bit of planning.
Yeah, because
Right.
snacking की बात आती है, एवरी पेरेंट, एवरी मॉम इज कंफ्यूज्ड कि अब मैं स्नैक्स के लिए क्या दूं उसे।
I have had mothers who are very creative. अब जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं कि use peanuts, use तिल, or you can use a little bit of jaggery or other things. So she would prepare these small laddus and make it, wrap it and keep it. So we had this concept which I love, every parent should follow. It's called Akshay Patra. That means you have a vessel which you specially keep for the child. And you tell the child that whenever they feel hungry, they can dip into this and eat. And usme you can keep all these things. Certain things like, like chopped fruits, vegetables, or ye til ke laddu, or, you can keep chikki, all these kind of certain, which are very good in terms of nutrition and also satisfy the child's craving for something sweet. And so that is one good way of handling these things.
एंड मैंने कुछ टाइम पहले, मेरा कजिन है, उसकी डॉटर है, सो उसने पब्लिकली अपने पापा को हिट कर दिया। और एक बार नहीं, जैसे वो उसको प्यार से समझा रहा है, मत करो बेटा मत करो, वो मारती जा रही है, जोर से मारती जा रही है। अब पेरेंट को गुस्सा भी आ रहा है, पर उसको पता है बच्ची 3 साल की है, वो समझ भी नहीं रही है। ऐसी सिचुएशन में व्हाट डू यू थिंक, इज दिस अ साइन ऑफ पुअर पेरेंटिंग, या व्हाट इज एक्चुअली हैपनिंग? नॉट जस्ट हिटिंग, आई थिंक चिल्लाना पब्लिक में, चीजें फेंकना, थ्रोइंग अ टैंट्रम।
So again, tantrums can be a part of normal growing up in the toddler phase, because by 3 years, of course, many kids, because they are able to verbalize and अच्छे से बोल सकते हैं, अपना emotional expression वगैरह आ जाता है, but especially between 1 to 2 years में तो they are not able to speak.
एक्सप्रेस, या
So they have huge. So we always say this 2 years के they are called 2 to 3 में उनको हम teenagers बुलाते हैं,
टेरिबल
because they are just like teenagers.
अच्छा,
That's why we call them teenagers.
ओके।
So because the thing is they have lot of fluctuation. They have huge emotions. So they feel the regulation, the impulse control is very poor in them. They are still developing.
मतलब इतने छोटे छोटे इंस्टेंसेस होते हैं कि पापा आप हंस क्यों रहे हो, आप जोर से बात मत करो,
हाँ.
आप बात ही मत करो, और उस पे मार रहे हैं, चीजें फेंक रहे हैं।
What is very important is to know the difference between whether this is normal or abnormal. So number one is the age factor. And the second thing is that the key is in staying calm, because गुस्सा तो बहुत आता है
बहुत।
and you get judged कि भाई बच्चे को संभालना तो आता नहीं है, बाहर आ जाते हैं,
Yeah.
घर में रहो.
Yeah.
So parents feel कि भाई I am not doing my job properly.
And I think ऐसा हम सबने भी किसी ना किसी के साथ जरूर ऐसे जज किया, because when
Of course.
we are in a public space, for example, हम लोग प्लेन में हैं और किसी का बच्चा जोर जोर से चिल्ला रहा है, हर कोई उसे देखकर जज करता ही है कि यार अपने बच्चे को संभाल।
हाँ, तो one of the key things is to understand that toddlers are fond of routines. For them, change is very, very hard. So especially जब ये public place में, like you were talking about your cousin, when there are so many people, that's where they react like that more. So the tantrums worsen. So you will see in malls, there is बच्चा roll कर रहा है floor पे कि मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए, because they don't know better. And also they are still developing empathy. Empathy is कि मैं, if I hit somebody, I know I'm going to hurt, so I won't hit. Or if I pinch. So kids do all these things, बाल खींचना मम्मी के, काट लेना, मारना, ये सब करते हैं बच्चे. लेकिन इस फेज में क्या होता है उनके लिए, वो और कई बार करके हंसते भी हैं देख के, क्योंकि उनको समझ में नहीं आता है कि इससे किसी को तकलीफ हो रही है. तो बच्चे को एक तो लिटरली आपको सिखाना पड़ता है, जैसे कि कैसे आप टच करो. तो आई टेल देम दैट, टीच देम कि, एंड यू कांट डू दिस व्हेन एट दैट मोमेंट, व्हेन अ सिचुएशन लाइक दैट हैपेंस वेयर द चाइल्ड इज एक्चुअली हिटिंग. तो सबसे पहले तो यू हैव टू स्टे काम, बिकॉज आप जितना ज्यादा रिएक्ट करोगे, सो इट एस्केलेट्स फ्रॉम द अदर साइड, because we have a concept called mirror neurons. The more overwhelmed and reactive a parent is, the child escalates. And the moment you calm down, that's why I teach mothers those techniques to calm down and not react at that moment, and instantly you will see the child as well coming down to your level. And you don't sit and teach at that time when the child is in that overwhelmed state. लेकिन अलग से आप बच्चे को सिखा सकते हो कि भाई ऐसे नहीं मारना है, इसको ऐसे छूना है, क्योंकि दूसरा बच्चा आता है घर में तो द चाइल्ड विल डू ऑल दैट. आई हैव सो मेनी किड्स because of sibling rivalry, they'll go pinch the newborn, hit it and do all that because they don't understand, and they feel that they are not getting that attention and love which they deserve. It's in their perception, it's not true. And it's not because it's the parent is not a good enough or not doesn't love their child or is poor, it's poor parenting. None of those things are there.
Right.
So that is more for judgment from outside. But once parents have this awareness that it is part of normal development, it's not going to last forever. And उनका बच्चा ही कुछ ऐसा नहीं है कि सबके बच्चे ऐसे ही होते
हैं.
तो ये चीजें समझना बहुत जरूरी.
Right.
एंड रोल मॉडलिंग, पेरेंट्स हम लोग भी तो चिल्लाते हैं ना. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट वी हैव टू बी परफेक्ट, बट हम लोग भूल जाते हैं कि जब हम चिल्लाते हैं तो वी डोंट रिपेयर इट लेटर. और बच्चे को वो नहीं समझ में आता है कि करने के बाद में उसको कैसे रिपेयर किया जा सकता है. तो ये सब चीजें धीरे धीरे सिखा सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू एज.
सो मैं आजकल रील्स पे एवरीवेयर आई एम सीइंग जेंटल पेरेंटिंग इज ट्रेंडिंग. बट फिर भी बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं यार मेरे बच्चा तो सुनता ही नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी नहीं सुनता है, उसको 10 बार एक ही चीज बोलनी पड़ती है. सो वेयर इज दैट लाइन बिटवीन जेंटल पेरेंटिंग एंड लैक ऑफ बाउंड्रीज?
So that's very interesting because people confuse gentle parenting with no boundaries at all. And that's where the problem arises. So when we speak about gentle parenting, it's about being kind and firm at the same time.
Okay.
So when we talk about strict or that authoritarian kind of parenting, it's about whatever the parent says, that is what has to happen.
Control.
So that is the controlling kind of parenting. And the other one is what we call the permissive or the kind parenting, where everything goes only according to the child's wishes. So the child is the boss in the house. But when we speak about gentle parenting, it's not about being only kind.
Okay.
It's about being kind and firm at the same time, not fluctuating. Because most of the time, I find a kind of what is called pendulum parenting. That I take away the screen because I see that my child is watching screen for about 3-4 hours and I get panicky. कि बहुत हो गया अब तो बस अब छीन लिया. And you have this huge meltdown there and there is a fight there. And then your heart says कि अरे बच्चा ही तो है तो मैं दे देती हूँ. So you are becoming kind. So you are fluctuating. And this is where the child also becomes manipulative and is not going to follow whatever boundaries that you have not set before.
Okay.
So when a parent says कि मेरा बच्चा बिल्कुल सुनता नहीं है, बार बार बोलना पड़ता है, they are actually saying that my child is not obeying.
Yeah.
And what I say is you have to get your child to listen to you. You can only invite cooperation, you cannot force your kid to obey. And that is where being kind and firm at the same time. So having that empathy, even let's take the example of screen. We say if I have a 4-year-old or 5-year-old who's asking for the screen, if I have set, and I have many parents who do this and they are very successful with this because they have spoken to the child that this is how it's going to be. Because actually kids love routines and boundaries. How do they sit in school the whole day without a screen? How do they follow that? Because there is a structure that kids inherently like and they stick to it also.
Yeah.
Problem is that when we set boundaries, we don't follow through.
Right.
And so when it comes to screen, if I tell my 4-year-old that you can watch this, you can watch it from this to this time, and after that we are going to do this. So there is a clear-cut instruction. The kid is going to push. All of us do that. थोड़ी देर और 5 minutes, 10 minutes. All this the child is going to do because that is the child's way of operating. If I'm taking away the screen, the child is going to feel miserable about it because they are enjoying or they are in the middle of something. So you can tell them that I understand what you are feeling. I understand that you are feeling frustrated or you are sad about this, but we had decided before, you can do this tomorrow. So the child is also learning the concept of delayed gratification, which is very difficult today.
Hmm.
अभी कुछ
They want
चाहिए,
everything
ऑर्डर कर
instantly.
दिया, अभी चाहिए, अभी मिल गया. एंड पेरेंट्स आर ऑलरेडी बाइंग थिंग्स, इवन बच्चे ने मुंह से बोला भी नहीं कि उसको ये चाहिए और ऑलरेडी है घर पे.
Yeah.
तो ये सारी चीजें हैं, ये नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प द चाइल्ड इन द लॉन्ग रन.
And you know, जैसे joint families हैं, grandparents हैं, so how does that positively affect the kids' growth and development?
I think there is a lot to advantages of joint family system. Every system has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
So the pros are that trust factor is there,
Hmm.
your own. So if you want to go somewhere,
Huh.
if I have to leave my child with my parents or my in-laws, I won't think twice,
Correct.
right? Because I know they care for the child. That element of love and affection and bond is there.
Hmm.
So that is there. The fear is that they will end up giving things to the child which you have said no to.
Yes.
मोबाइल दे दिया,
Sweets
खाने
दे
में
दिया.
ये दे दिया, कहीं भी लेके चले गए, कुछ दिला दिया. All these problems are there. So, but they can contribute a lot because they do carry a lot of wisdom
Hmm.
with them. And child, we've heard this time and again that it takes a whole village to bring up a child, because a child is not going to be shaped up only by us as parents. It's going to be shaped by grandparents, by the coach, by teacher, and so many other people that come in contact with the child.
Hmm.
So it's our job to see that what is the kind of environment we are creating, who is the child come in contact with, what is the kind of skill and other things the kid is learning from them. So the joint family system is helpful in many ways, and it's like really reducing today.
Hmm.
So the stress has increased a lot. Also because the family constellation has changed. Grandparents are still working, they are very active, they have their own lives.
Yeah.
They are no longer the ones who are like retire होके
हाँ,
बैठ गए और सिर्फ यही कर रहे हैं.
बच्चे
So
का
they have
ध्यान
their own life.
Correct.
So in many ways things have changed. So there are families I see where grandparents are not able to completely take care of their of the grandchild because kids are very active and
Yeah.
it's exhausting. So here is where like nannies have become popular today, because nanny के पास completely छोड़ के जाना डर लगता है mother को. लेकिन if grandparents are around, she takes away the brunt of the physical aspect of doing things for the child because she has been trained.
Yeah.
And grandparents are there to supervise, so वो trust factor रहता है.
Correct.
So there are lots of ways and means of taking care of the child in a safe way and staying connected
Correct.
to the extended family.
So how can parents create that environment around the child जहाँ पे बच्चा emotionally safe feel करे, heard feel करे, naturally confident grow करे?
I think here is where it's very important to listen to your child
Yeah.
and not brush them away whenever they are expressing themselves or coming to you with certain things. For us, it may be something very small or silly, but for the child, it's very important.
True.
And yes, there are times where you might be busy doing something very important, but when you convey to the child that I understand that whatever you are saying is very important and I want to give my full attention to you, I'm not able to do this now. Can we do it after some time? If it's not something very urgent. So that really makes the child feel very heard and says that, okay, even if my mom or my dad, they don't have the time right now, they will come back to it. And you can always, but you must keep that promise that you have made to the child.
Right.
So it's important to start early because you are setting the foundation.
True.
There will come a time where kids are not going to want to communicate.
Yeah. But I
Right?
think
Everything.
parents को वो realize होते होते काफी बार वो time हो जाता है, time निकल जाता
Exactly.
है कि it's too late now. But I think it's never late.
It's
Start,
never too late.
yeah,
It's never too late because many times when I have parents of teenagers, I also used to do a lot of teenage counseling for almost 10-15 years. So parents would really be scared ki, is it too late, to teach the child anything or for the child to, is our communication gone or anything like that. It's never too late because it's an opportunity. It's not about being late. If you, today you realize that you
Exactly.
want to change certain things in your relationship with your child,
Do
it's
it.
always possible. Do it. Nothing is lost.
Exactly.
Nothing is lost.
Correct. And what are the biggest parenting mistakes जो parent child relationship को damage कर सकता है?
So I think the number one mistake is mm, you're not building that channel of communication right from the beginning. So the child should feel safe, like you said, emotionally safe, and say that no matter what I do, I can come and talk to my parents because this is one place where I'm not going to be judged. And even if I make mistakes, it is okay. There's this lady who created spandex,
Okay.
and her father, every day, she and her brother, when they would come, when they would sit down for dinner, he would ask them, "What did you fail at today?"
Okay.
So that is the kind of thing she grew up with, and she talks about this insane success that she had with her brand. And the number of rejections at her idea, they thought her foolish when she, and she said the only reason why I was able to cut through those negative experiences is because of what my father told me, that it's okay to fail. So even in my parenting program, one of the mantras is mistakes are opportunities to learn. They are golden, I tell them.
Amazing.
I said they are more important than anything else in this world.
Right.
So be okay with making mistakes yourself as a parent, and be okay with your child also making mistakes, because the child will know that it's all right if I have not scored this much, or if I have not got this place on the badminton team, or whatever it is, there is possibility. So moving from a place of everything is lost to a place of possibility, that I can
Yeah.
move ahead in life. Because today mental health problems are on the rise in teenagers and young adults. It's also because of the the stress that the teenagers and adults put themselves into. It's not just coming from outside, it's also the pressure from within to be perfect and to do everything. And when you don't do that, you get depression, anxiety, and so on. That's the other part of the spectrum. So resilience is what the child needs. So when you speak about confidence and resilience, it starts very early, and you get small opportunities every day. A simple thing like making a choice to eat a fruit or vegetable is creating confidence in the child.
Right.
Wearing a jacket, instead of you going and tying the shoelaces, and you says chalo, no problem. If I have a child who has come to the clinic, जिसने left का जूता right में पहना है, so I say wonderful. I said I know you have tried. Yeah, it's not about making fun of them that you did it wrong. So these are small opportunities, but they go a long way. That's why parenting is a long term game.
You learn every day.
Every day. So think of what is the kind of individual you are trying to build. What would you want them to be in the long run, and work backwards.
Correct. Fathers का क्या रोल होता है एक चाइल्ड की लाइफ में?
बहुत important role है fathers का, because even before, and like I said, I'm very happy that today fathers are more involved, not just after the baby is born, even the moment mother is pregnant, father is also equally excited. So we would want them to be more participatory in day-to-day taking care of the child, but everybody has their own constraints. But I see that there is a lot of involvement because fathers play a very, very important role. They teach the child many, many life skills, and sharing their own journey, what they go through in their lives, helps the child to understand and learn those skills. So it's not just the mother who is imparting that. So the its onus is not only on mother, it's also on the father. And the bond that you create right from the beginning I call it, one father came and told me this, that I asked him, I said, how would you describe your connection to your son?
Hmm.
He had two sons. So he said, doctor, he was in advertising. He says, doctor, Fevicol ka bond. He said, that's how it is. And that day I really understood the meaning of how important a father is
Hmm.
for a child.
Correct.
And it doesn't come automatically. Like I said, a little bit of effort is required. 20% effort, you will get 80% results. So when fathers say that I don't have time, I am very busy, I said, I do understand that, but you can look for those pockets of opportunity
Yeah.
which will connect you with the child. And that's how important it is.
Let's talk about the kids who are in the age group of 4 to 6 years. इस एज ग्रुप में क्या होता है ना, वो थोड़ा सा वो सेंस ऑफ फ्रीडम आ जाता है कि हाँ, अब मैं अपने हिसाब से कुछ कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ.
Hmm.
आई नो सर्टेन थिंग्स, सो आई विल डू इट माई सेल्फ, माई वे. सो वहाँ पे आई थिंक थोड़ा सा वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट स्टार्ट हो जाता है कि बच्चा बोल रहा है नहीं, मुझे ये तो अपनी तरीके से ही करना है, पेरेंट बोल रहा है ये सही नहीं है, ये गलत है. So let's simplify that phase. Say for example, screen time. बच्चे को आदत पड़ गई है. बच्चा always prefers screen over outdoor play. So do you think is that reversible? Because it's a daily conflict between parents and the child.
Absolutely. So I think number one, today we are living in a world that is completely digital. So expecting a child not to do that at all is unrealistic. Coming to whether it is reversible, yes, it is reversible.
Okay.
And it is not damaging neurologically until it goes to a level of addiction, which we call behavioral addiction.
Okay.
So when we talk about addiction, one, we know, we are very clear, it's about drug abuse and other things. But the cell phone and internet comes under behavioral addiction.
Okay.
And we do see it, especially post COVID. We had a rapid increase more in the older kids, in the teenagers. But in young kids, it's about being aware right from the beginning. The problem starts with lack of awareness. When I first take the phone and show it to the child because I want certain amount of food to go down the child's throat. That is where the problem starts. That's because you are frustrated and you want to finish it in a certain time, and you want the child to eat एक कटोरी खाना है तो खाना ही खाना है. So it starts from there. And second starts from lack of time. कि मुझे अपना काम करना है, मुझे काम खत्म करना है, तो ये एक कन्वीनियंट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बेबी सिटर है मेरे लिए, उसके पास पकड़ा दिया. So many times the awareness comes very late. So instead, knowing what the guidelines, number one is the most important thing. And this is not a guideline which is randomly coming from social media. It's guidelines which is set by bodies who have done work in this space.
Okay.
So we have, like the American Academy of Pediatrics and Indian Academy of Pediatrics, we have certain guidelines. Okay. So there is a reason why we say between 0 to 2 years, no screen at all, zero screen. Why? Not because we don't want the child to have, because I have parents come and say, oh, my child, does so nicely, this scrolling.
मैं 2 साल के बच्चे को देख रही हूँ, वीडियो कॉल लगा ले.
हाँ, मैंने कहा ये सीखना कोई मुश्किल नहीं है, and it doesn't make the child extra intelligent, because this is a common thing which parents come and say, कि my child is able, so he is very intelligent. I said anybody can do it, but it is also silently causing problem for your child, because I have many kids who are now having problem with certain aspects of developmental milestones, like social skills, communication and language, and also delay otherwise, because the brain is getting affected.
Right.
Commonest is speech and communication. Many kids have zero speech. Literally, they are 2.5, hardly uttering one word, and not even wanting to look at anybody. So they have a new name for it called virtual autism.
Oh.
So the children are not autistic, but they show signs which are similar to autism. It can be very scary. So we need to be aware that there are certain guidelines. So we are saying that 0 to 2 years screen nahi dena hai, there is a reason behind it.
Hmm.
So please follow that. So few tips that I can give for this age group is, let the child have access to a big screen. Every television or big screen
Is a smart screen.
yeah, is a smart screen. So tell the child, now the child is also independent enough and also has developed verbal skills
Yeah,
and also understands a lot more than a 2-year-old.
correct.
सो टेलिंग देम कि इतना टाइम लिमिट है, और अब जैसे स्क्रीन एक्सेस दे रहे हो तो यूट्यूब पे भी यू कैन डाउनलोड यूट्यूब किड्स, यू कैन डिसाइड अर्लियर कि मैं अपने बच्चे को ये दिखाने के लिए तैयार हूँ. योर चाइल्ड डज नॉट हैव द मेच्योरिटी टू डिसाइड व्हाट प्रोग्राम्स दे शुड बी वॉचिंग,
Correct.
but you have the maturity, and there are lots of sites like Common Sense Media which give a rating कि इस एज के बच्चे को आप कौन सा टीवी शो दिखा सकते हो, कौन सी पिक्चर दिखा सकते हो, किस तरह के गेम्स, किस तरह के शोज, ये सारी चीजें.
Okay.
तो थोड़ा रिसर्च करके सब कुछ प्लानिंग करोगे तो आपको इतना टाइम नहीं लगेगा. इट्स वेरी इजी टू डू दैट.
You know, इंडिया में there's massive pressure of early academics. You know, बच्चों को जल्दी phonics classes डाल दिया, languages सिखाने लगते हैं, writing सिखाने लगते हैं. Do you think that's harmful in the long run? Because मैं बाहर के countries के अगर बच्चों को देखूँ ना, उन पे कोई इतना प्रेशर नहीं होता है. दे आर एट देयर ओन पेस, आराम से. आई थिंक 4-5 साल के बाद वो लोग स्कूल जाते हैं. अभी रिसेंटली आई हर्ड अ फ्रेंड हु शिफ्टेड टू लंदन. अब उसका बेटा यहाँ पर 5th स्टैंडर्ड में था, वहाँ पर ही गॉट एडमिशन इनटू 8th स्टैंडर्ड.
I think you are so right when you talk about this. And I have one patient also who has shifted to London recently, few
Okay.
months back, with two kids who are younger. Boy is 6 and the girl is 3. And they are extremely happy there because एक भी दिन school miss नहीं करना चाहते, because there is no pressure at all. And they are learning a lot and they are doing very well. In India, we are always afraid that we are going to miss the bus. FOMO that is there. तो पेरेंट्स भी जा के, जैसे प्ले स्कूल होता है, इट इज मेंट फॉर प्ले. एक प्रिपरेशन होता है प्री स्कूल और प्ले स्कूल. जो 3-4 साल के बच्चे होते हैं उनको किस लिए हम डालते हैं कि बच्चा अपने पेरेंट्स से अलग रहना सीखे 2-3 घंटा, दूसरे बच्चों के साथ अपने सोशल स्किल्स, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, लैंग्वेज स्किल्स इंप्रूव करे, खेले, खुश रहे, अपने आप खाना सीखे. तो प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, तो उसी में उनका फाइन मोटर डेवलपमेंट होता है. और जब हम लोग उनको फोर्स करते हैं 3 साल के बच्चे को, मेरे पास आते हैं, डॉक्टर माय हैंड इज पेनिंग, दे गिव मी 3 पेजेस ऑफ होमवर्क.
मुझे लगता है प्री स्कूल का सारा कोर्स वो लोग प्ले स्कूल में ही करा देते हैं.
और वहां पे टेस्ट, मैंने कहा हाउ कैन यू पुट अ चाइल्ड थ्रू एग्जाम्स और टेस्ट, a 3-year-old? No, it is only oral. I said it is creating pressure. So there is no way that the child is going to become a genius just because you are forcing them very early. And that's why today we have schools which are starting IIT training in 7th standard. I have kids going to certain schools जहाँ पे उनको 6th-7th में IIT preparation. So this kind of pressure is what is backbreaking for the child, and we see the effect of that when they become teenagers. It's the last straw on the camel's back.
Yeah.
Because that's where they break down and they have mental health problems, and then many of them they quit.
It's disastrous.
So this awareness is very important, that we should not push kids right from the beginning. We have to give them adequate play time, and everything doesn't have to be structured. 1 or 2 classes, it's enough.
Yeah.
The problem in metro especially is there is no place for the child to play. Only parents who live in communities which have a common area. नहीं तो पार्क में लेके जाना पड़ता है, रोड्स आर अनसेफ, साइकिलिंग नहीं जा सकते, पास में दूसरे एज के बच्चे नहीं है. लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम्स आर देयर. सो रियली यू नीड टू थिंक ऑफ वेज एंड मीन्स टू गिव दैट.
एंड जैसे स्कूल स्टार्ट होता है ना, पेरेंट्स स्टार्ट कंप्लेनिंग कि मेरा बच्चा बहुत बीमार पड़ने लगा है. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक रियलिस्टिकली हेल्प्स बिल्ड इम्यूनिटी, एंड व्हाट थिंग्स जो हम लोग देखते हैं ऑनलाइन आर जस्ट मार्केटिंग गिमिक्स?
एक तो बच्चे की एज का समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जो बच्चे टॉडलर्स और प्री स्कूलर्स होते हैं, उनकी इम्यूनिटी अभी डेवलप हो रही होती है,
Hmm.
इसीलिए दे आर मोर प्रोन फॉर दीज इन्फेक्शंस द मोमेंट दे गेट टू स्कूल.
Okay.
So you will see that kids who are in daycare and who are in preschool, they end up having more infections like cold, cough, and viral fevers, which are the commonest.
Correct.
Now, up to 6-7 times in a year, we consider it absolutely normal. That means even if your kid is falling sick once in 2 months, it's okay. Provided these are minor infections, they do not require any major medications. Usually, the child will get better on its own. And the child will be growing well, is otherwise active, no other issues are there. This is the way the child develops immunity through these minor infections. For serious problems, we do vaccinations and other ways. And the third most important thing is to have a healthy lifestyle. To build immunity, it is not about buying 101 supplements or protein powders and all these things and giving to your child, but it comes through a healthy lifestyle, which is very, very simple to do. So eating healthy, like I said, 80-90% of the time, if you are able to do this, and 10% kabhi kuch kha liya, heavens are not going to fall. So have a moderate approach to everything. Ensure that your child has adequate sleep based on age. So for toddlers, it is about 10 hours, and then later also. In fact, none of our kids sleep enough in India. Everywhere outside India, 8:30, they go to bed. I can count on my fingers if there are families who do that. Most kids, they don't sleep before 11 o'clock and they get up very early to go to school.
Correct.
So they are actually not getting enough sleep. So healthy nutrition, good sleep, and time to play. A minimum 1 to 1.5 hours. For younger kids, it's more. But for older kids, around 1 hour of physical activity we recommend every day. A balance between screen time and playtime. If you follow these things, then this is what is going to give immunity to the child.
And if there's one parenting myth that you would want every parent to know about, what would that be?
Myth of perfection. That is one parenting mistake we all do, because we want to do everything perfectly. We role model that to our kids and we expect perfection from our kids as well.
Absolutely.
So that is one of the biggest mistakes that we can make, because that really breaks our connection and relationship with the child. So it's not about building routines, it's not about giving the best of education and best of everything in this world, but to be more accepting of yourself and your child. And looking at mistakes as opportunities to learn, and understanding that the journey of parenting is imperfect.
Correct.
We are going to make mistakes, even if we keep learning. We do make mistakes, but we are not going to damage our kids. There's no need to get so scared about it.
I think kids do not require perfect parents, but they
don't.
need happy and present parents.
Absolutely. So the thing is that the day we learn to enjoy the parenting journey, the game changes.
So important.
Because most parents I see are waiting for a particular phase to get over.
Yeah.
कब मेरा बच्चा बड़ा हो जाएगा, कब मेरा I said you are forgetting that this phase is not going to last forever.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of beautiful things that are happening in front of you. So when you are present, when you are mindful, you start enjoying that. Yes, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to come with its own problems. Your child is going to be sick, your child is going to have a tantrum. All those things will be there, but it's part of the journey. And that's what makes it so special.
Correct. एंड पेरेंट्स को लगता है ना कि ये फेज खत्म होगा जैसे ही मेरा बच्चा थोड़ा बड़ा होगा, इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाएगा, मेरा काम कम हो जाएगा, बट दे फॉरगेट कि वो फेज आप मिस आउट कर रहे हो एंड दैट्स नॉट गोना कम अगेन. So, on the closing note, for the audience who's watching this episode and they're feeling, I've not done enough, I've messed it up, what would you like them to hear today?
What I would like to tell all of you parents out there is that it's okay to be a good enough parent. It's okay not to be okay all the times. And if you are able to crack this, then you will really enjoy your parenting journey, because you will look back at every stage of your parenting as a time where you have created those precious memories for yourself and your child, and have a long term approach to your parenting, and understand that it's not just about fixing this problem today. If my child is not eating or having a problem with screen, I just need to fix this at any cost, without having an understanding of what is going to happen later in life. Everything has an impact, and that is what being mindful is about. It's not about being perfect and getting it right. So don't compare yourself. Be okay with being good enough. And I think you'll really enjoy this entire process of your child becoming that human in this digital era. And I think that's what every parent wants.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस एपिसोड टिल दी एंड। आई होप इस एपिसोड ने आपके सारे पेरेंटिंग प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व किया होगा। अगर फिर भी आपके पास कोई पेरेंटिंग क्वेश्चन है, प्लीज़ राइट इट डाउन इन द कॉमेंट्स बिलो। आई विल मेक श्योर मैं या अनुराधा आपके इन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर ज़रूर करेंगे। एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब आवर चैनल मॉम्स अनम्यूटेड, बिकॉज वी आर मेकिंग श्योर टू ब्रिंग द बेस्ट टू ऑल यू पेरेंट्स। बाय बाय।